the Constitution ends with the Ninth Amendment, which says the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. So basically, what they're trying to say with the Ninth Amendment is that this Bill of Rights is written with the people in mind. It's definitely not written with the government in mind. It's not trying to help you prevent this person from having a trial because he's incompetent. We need to help him. Let's help him by punishing him so much more. Let's help him by preventing him from having a life. Let's help him by putting him in danger. Let's help him by taking away all his other rights. So I'm about to have a hearing for my competency, and this Dutch guy thought that he had a relationship with Alanis Morissette. He got forcefully drugged. So I think I have an imaginary relationship with Miley Cyrus. I'm getting forcefully drugged. And do I think I have a relationship with Miley Cyrus? I'm not even on Instagram right now. So I have a relationship with no one, but I have a relationship with whoever I want to have a relationship with because I do psyops. But for some reason, no one's gone, wow, he does psyops. And more than anything, no one's gone, this guy has the freedom of, has the freedom of religion. And does religion say that you're allowed to act freaking crazy? Like, I have the constitutional right to believe crazy shit. I think I do. I think I have the constitutional right to believe in clones from other planets and bullshit. Because there are a lot of religions that believe in absolutely crazy shit. You know what else I have a right to believe in? I have a right to believe that I can take mushrooms. Because I'm so stressed out. I'm about to go to the state hospital. I thought about it. I was like, dude, I should go find some mushrooms. I'm going to go find some homeless people. Or I'm going to go find some teenagers. That's great. That's the best thing about being a teenager is that people might ask you for drugs. But they don't look like a teenager. You look like you're 25. That's what I really need is like a 25 looking thug kid. And they will get me some mushrooms. And then I can have my constitutional freedom of religion, which involves taking a freaking eighth of mushrooms and going and chilling out in the forest and trying to figure out if my brain's fucked up and trying to figure out if my life's ruined. Trying to figure out if like everything I know is a myth. Trying to figure out if like everything I think is wrong. But yeah, I can't legally do that because mushrooms are illegal federally. So we have the right to bear arms according to the Second Amendment, and clearly we do, as long as you're not a danger, as long as you're not like threatening people, and I mean, as long as you're not gonna hurt someone with that gun, and that's what I think they're saying is, we know we don't have a trial against you because we know the cops are dirty. I mean, let's face it, it's not very hard to figure out this guy lied on the probable cause affidavit. Like, no one at the DA's office is stupid. My understanding is the DA's office is where the good lawyers are. The shitty lawyer's office is where the public defenders are. And like this guy, Chris, like he's not lying to me on purpose. He's that bad of a lawyer. And my understanding is that I really would prefer to have lawyers from the DA's office instead of from the other office. And but okay, so I'm not going to talk about that. All right, so we're finally to warrants. So in order to do this whole situation with my case, I know I'm back to doing this again, but like there was this probable cause affidavit, and they have to it's supported by an oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the person's. Okay, so I guess he didn't have to have one because but they had a probable cause affidavit, and that was in the place of the warrant, and it was clearly this guy lying who's a DEA agent, and no one thinks this guy lied. I mean, that's the thing about like, well, he sure did destroy evidence. He sure did lie. Like, you know he lied, but you think he accidentally lied. He heard you wrong. He thought everything you were saying was so absurd. You're talking about drug labs. To a DEA agent? Drug labs in Colorado Springs? I'm a DEA agent. You're crazy. How could you think there are drug labs here? I'm a DEA agent. I just don't think there are. How long have you been in Colorado Springs? My entire career. I'm a DEA agent whose entire career has been in Colorado Springs. That's what he says in the video. Maybe he says it, I'm incompetent. So I don't know if he actually said it. Like, that's the thing about this situation. Like, I don't know if I'm fucking nuts. I'm watching Jen Psaki, and I'm hearing about Major biting everyone and their freaking dog. Apparently, like, every day this German Shepherd's biting people, and like they have to lie about the dog. It's a freaking dog. It's a German Shepherd. Like, do you not understand that this dog's situation changed? But clearly, Joe Biden's not very good with dogs. I mean, apparently he's been isolated too much. All right, so yeah. I wouldn't wear black if I was Jen in the future. I think it's not her color. All right, so there's like this grand jury crap, and I can't be compelled to, in any criminal case, to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of the law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Okay, so this goes back to my getting put in jail with no trial. It's just the judge, and he's trying to deprive me of my liberty without due process of law. And he says, well, it is due process. I'm the judge. I am the law. And what I'll tell you is, according to the Constitution, due process involves the right to a jury trial. So in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been... See, here's the thing. I'm not a criminal law expert. I can't be involved with my own defense. I'm too incompetent to help my lawyer. My lawyer's going to take care of it on his own. The guy who doesn't know that competency is not in this Constitution at all. So he'll take care of it for me. So, because of that, I'm not allowed to have an impartial jury trial. And I'm not allowed to have compulsory the process of obtaining witnesses in my favor, which I feel like I should do myself. But that's why I kind of put the Attorney General on it, because he's who they'll talk to. Because undercover DEA agents aren't going to talk to me. They'll talk to the Attorney General. Or, I mean, they'll talk to someone that will, like, arrest them if they're lying. But, all I'm saying is, like, how many rights have you guys taken away from me? And, like, how many of y'all are involved with taking these rights away? And how many of you guys really think it's okay? Like, because like, this is what I know. It's the Constitution. And this is what all Americans know. This is the most famous American document in the world. This is the document that everyone copies. When you create a government, you go copy the Bill of Rights. If I created a government, I'd copy the Bill of Rights. So what everyone copies is not your... Colorado state law says that I can break the Constitution. Colorado state law says that I can do anything I want. Colorado state law says you have no rights. I mean, that apparently, because like apparently the DA's office is okay with this situation because no one showed up to my house yet. I mean, like I keep thinking, like, I always think you guys are like going to realize that when I talk about how a reasonable person would perceive the situation, that like your perspective is so freaking psychotic. Like, I don't think you guys get it. Like, I mean, because, like, apparently, like, you are not around anybody who's reasonable. You're only around one another, and that group think has turned you into, like, what? Like, are you guys, like, are you guys kamikazes? Like, are you nuts? I mean, really? Like, because you're saying I'm incompetent. It's like, okay, you got 2 psychiatrists. Wow. We're all so proud of you. You got 2 freaking psychiatrist to say this. The whole world can watch this guy who fully understands his legal situation, who has whooped the shit out of you, that like any freaking judge in the world would have dropped this case. Everyone is watching this, but you're going, no, he's incompetent. We got 2 psychiatrists, trust me. And it's like, wow, how short-term minded are you? Like, I really don't think you guys have realized how short-term minded you've been for a long time. And I think that's because you're so used to being corrupt because you're allowed to be, because the law allows you to be, but that's not the Constitution. Because the last thing you're doing is trying to give me a fair trial. I'm giving you a fair trial. That's why I'm not going to give you a trial for 2 years. And I'm going to make sure your life is super delayed. And I'm going to make sure that your entire life is so stressed out. And I'm going to give you psychological issues as a result of the trial because I'm going to help you. I'm going to make sure you're ready for that trial when you get there. Like, all you have to do is be really, really fucked up in the head when you go to court and really, really scared, and everything will be okay. Trust me, I'm trying to help you. Thanks for the help.